Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to review Royal Caribbean's Adventure of the Seas. We chose this cruise because we haven't sailed with Royal in a few years and I fancied a cruise with some of the activities that Royal offer. We sailed to the southern Caribbean islands of Aruba, Curaçao and stopped at Royal Caribbean's private island, Perfect Day CocoCay, which I have never been to before. Boarding was quick and we were on board within minutes of arriving at the port. The cabins were not ready until 1 p.m, so we rambled around the ship. Adventure is one of the Voyager class ships. I have never sailed on this class before, so I was intrigued to see what it was like. She made her maiden voyage in 2001 and has a capacity of 3,807. It seemed quite dated, but it has that older ship charm with classic touches such as the elegant chandeliers in the dining room, and the solarium and spa are decorated in a Venetian theme. While waiting for our cabin, there was announcements to book your dinner slot in the app. Most of the slots were between 7:30 and 8:30. Once our cabin was ready, we went to drop off our hand luggage. We had booked a guaranteed inside cabin. It was located at the front of the ship and I was a little apprehensive as I knew we might encounter a little rough waters on this sailing. The cabin was quite old and dated. I don't mind old decor once it's clean. The bed was firm and the bedding was good quality. I'm usually quite picky about my pillow, but this one was perfect. This cabin has 2 pullman beds, which come down from the ceiling. My son slept up here and found it very comfortable. The TV is an older type of TV and you can't check your count on it, but that didn't bother me as you can check it in the app. The couch was discoloured. It looked like it had been cleaned, but there was lots of watermarks or something left on it. The safe was a standard size safe in which to put small items like keys and passports. There was a fridge in the room to keep waters and small items cool. There is 2 American sockets and 1 European socket at the desk. The European socket didn't seem to work with any of my adapters, and my charging cable for my phone seemed to stop working after using the socket, so I decided not to use it. There were bedside lamps on the wall beside the bed and a phone, but no sockets. There was just enough storage for 3 of us. There was plenty of hanging space and our stateroom attendant brought us more hangers. During our cruise we did encounter some of the rough seas that I had expected, and the light fitting actually fell off and smashed onto the floor. When we had first arrived in our cabin, I found a screw in the drawer, which was very similar to the screw that fell off with the light. The shower had sliding doors, which I preferred to the shower curtains that you see on some ships. There was hair and body wash provided, but if you're picky about what you use in your hair, maybe bring your own shampoo and conditioner. One thing that I noticed is there is a fine for flushing anything other than toilet paper down the toilet. Most people know not to flush other stuff down, but I guess they need to make some people aware. The mirror was huge and the corner bit opened up to a small shelf. The sanitary disposal bags are here and a bin, and there's some sort of bucket here. I'm not sure what that's for, so if you know, please let me know in the comment section down below. I have to say the buffets on a lot of cruise ships have improved a lot recently, and the buffet here was no exception. I was happy to see the washy people still direct you to wash your hands before entering the buffet. I found the food in the buffet excellent and it always seemed hot and really fresh. I will be making full videos of the different offerings available in the buffet at different times, so make sure you're subscribed if you want to catch them. The main dining room. The first day or 2 of our cruise seemed chaotic. We arrived at our allocated time, but there was a huge queue. We had a fabulous waiter and he told us that Royal is launching a new update to the app, and within that update there will be a new system that will hopefully alleviate this problem. Basically, you will still have your chosen reservation time, but you will get an alert to say your table is free and you can select whether you can make it or not. This is excellent as it will alleviate the queue problem. The dress code is much more casual than I remember Royal being before, but it seems on formal nights or dress to impress nights they are a little stricter. The food was good. They still had the classic Royal dishes at each meal, such as escargot, as well as a variety of dishes. If you fancy something a little different, there are a few specialty dining restaurants. Giovanni's is an Italian-themed restaurant located on deck 11 near the buffet. The restaurant's ambience is calming and cosy, making it a popular choice for those seeking a relaxed dining experience. Here, guests can enjoy a variety of classic Italian dishes, from freshly made pastas and antipasti to rich desserts. For all the steak lovers, there is a steakhouse, which serves dishes such as filet mignon and lobster. There is a diner on board called Johnny Rockets. This seemed like a really popular place for guests to dine at lunchtime, but we were happy with the buffet. There is also a Japanese restaurant called Azumi, where you can order a la carte or as a 4-course menu for $39.99. A handy place for a snack is Cafe Promenade on deck 5. They have a range of sandwiches, pizzas, sweet treats and fruit. We didn't get the drinks package. I don't drink too much and we didn't think it was worth the price. Prior to boarding, we did purchase a classic soda package and I bought a coffee card which entitles you to 15 coffees for approximately $37. We did buy drinks as we wanted and it certainly didn't add up to the price of a drinks package. Here is a few of the prices on the menus so you can get an idea of what the drinks cost and whether a package is worth it for you. There is loads to do with this ship. It's almost impossible to do everything. Regularly, I wanted to do 2 activities at the same time. Most of the activities are located at the back of the ship. I didn't get around to going on the water slides, but I was told it was quite warm waiting on the stairs to go to the top of the slide. The Flow Rider is a surfing simulator. We had a go at the bodyboarding and it was great fun. Mini golf is spread over 2 decks. You start at the upper part and make your way downstairs. There is a rock climbing wall. I attempted it, but it was so hot I gave up. Alex got much further than me on the wall. Just below the climbing wall is the sports court, where there are lots of activities taking place. For those who want to do something indoor or who just want to get out of the sun for a little while, there is loads to do. If you're feeling lucky, there is the casino on deck 4. The card room is a handy place where you can come to play a game or do a jigsaw. There is also the library where you can borrow books. One thing I really enjoyed on this cruise was the opportunity to go ice skating. We don't have any ice rink near us back home, so it was lovely to get the opportunity to skate. The arcade is located on deck 12. The prices per game were not too bad. If you don't want your kid to use their card to make purchases or use in the arcade, you can call guest services and they will lock the card, but they can still play using your card if you allow them. There are 2 pools on the main deck. They always seem to be quite busy, but there's another pool in the solarium for over 18s, which was a lot quieter. There's a small area called Splashaway Bay for kids and an area for little ones that are not toilet trained. I liked the large jacuzzis out on the pool deck as they were covered. The Kids Club is located on deck 12. The Kids Club is divided into different groups. Aquanauts is for children aged 3 to 5. Explorers is for children aged 6 to 8. Voyagers from age 9 to 12. And there is a teen club. There also is an open play area for babies aged 6 months to 3 years old. Here parents can come in and play with their children. The spa on this ship doesn't have a thermal suite or relaxation area. There are single-sex steam rooms and saunas in the changing rooms. There are treatment rooms for body and beauty treatments and hairdressers. Usually when I'm on board a ship, I like to get a few workouts in, but I only went to the gym here once. It seemed to have a good range of machines and equipment. We didn't make it to all of the shows, partly because of our dinner bookings. The theatre is spread over 2 decks. The seating was a bit dated, but comfortable. As far as I'm aware, they didn't have any big Broadway shows like the bigger ships. Some of the shows we did make it to included singers, a tap dancer, a comedian and a juggler. The ice show was on during the day. It was absolutely spectacular. The performers make everything look so effortless. There are 2 really cool areas on this ship, and if you're on board you must check them out. The first one is located on deck 11. As you walk into the solarium from the lifts, you will see a door opposite you. If you walk through this door and towards the front of the ship, you can get to a viewing area where you can actually see them on the bridge working. The other cool area is the helipad located on deck 5 forward. It is a lovely place to watch the arrival into port or for stargazing at night. We hadn't been to any of these ports. We thought Aruba and Curaçao were really beautiful. In Curaçao we hadn't planned to do much. Usually we go to a beach to relax, but we decided to have a walk around instead. To get to the main shopping area you must cross the Queen Emma pontoon floating bridge. At the other side of the bridge there are 3 cool heart sculptures made of locks. We didn't have any locks, but we enjoyed looking at all the locks left by others. We stopped at a bar for cocktails.
Oh, that's really, really nice.
On our way back to the ship, we stopped at the shopping area located within the fort. We picked up a couple of souvenirs and then we went up and walked around the fort itself. In Aruba we decided to take a snorkeling tour run by the cruise ship. We boarded our catamaran and set sail to our first stop, the sunken ship of the SS Antilla. Our guide was fantastic and told us the story of how the shipwreck sank to the bottom of the seafloor. The waves were a little choppy, so I chickened out of snorkeling here. But our second stop was much calmer and I got to see lots of fish here. Got back to the port around lunchtime, so we hopped on one of the open-air buses and went to the local beach, Eagle Beach. The beach is really nice. There was a bar to get drinks. Drinks were reasonable, but the service was quite slow. We got 2 of the local beers. 2 parasols and a lounger cost $50, but as we didn't have a huge amount of time and wanted to spend time in the water, we just placed our towels and belongings on the sand. Perfect Day CocoCay was our last port. This is Royal's private island. I was a little apprehensive as I knew Icon of the Seas was there that day, and I thought it might be really busy, but surprisingly it wasn't too bad. We took the little shuttle bus to South Beach. The journey took approximately 10 minutes. Unfortunately, we didn't have time to discover everything. The aqua park was fully booked. It has a capacity of 1,700. I heard from other guests that it was quite busy and the queues for the big slide were really long. So that made me happy with our decision just to go to the beach. We arrived early and there was a lot of loungers free. There was also a range of cabanas to rent. The water was really calm and I thought the lifeguards were really attentive. There wasn't much fish to see, but there was quite a lot of jellyfish. The beach just after South Beach is called the Cove, and running between the 2 beaches there is a nature trail. If you do decide to walk along the nature trail, make sure you have good footwear as the ground is a little uneven. We went to the swim-up bar, but unfortunately kids are not allowed, so we had to leave. So we went up to the sandbag. There are 2 buffets, but we decided not to go to either of them as there is a little snack shack on the beach, and we were really happy with the quality of the food here. We have got the mozzarella sticks and some fries. This is, what's the name of the cake?
Funnel cake.
Funnel cake, and this is the crispy chicken burger. Looks delicious.
It is.
I really enjoyed our day here. I could have stayed here a lot longer. I really like what Royal has to offer. There was plenty to do on the ship. I loved the itinerary and I thought Aruba and Curaçao were really beautiful. Perfect Day CocoCay was very well organised, but it felt a little commercial and some of the charm of the island was gone. Even though the ship is an older ship and has maintenance issues, I would still sail on her as the positives outweigh the negatives. I hope you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching. See you next time.